Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack, and we've got some new, really high impact, legendary, and just general good cards to cover from the new expansion. It's going to be a quicker video because it is Papa's birthday today, and I have a dinner to catch, so I'm trying to squeeze this review in real fast because these cards that are releasing are just keep pumping out, and I'm trying to do my best to keep up with them. So first one is going to be the new Hunter card, 2 mana, 2/3, Naga. After you cast a spell, deal damage equal to its cost to the enemy hero. So absolutely insane, very inexpensive Hunter legendary, probably the best Hunter legendary since Savannah Highmane. Most of the time the Hunter legendaries do suck, and I think this card is insane because it's so cheap. So even if you cast like even 1 or 2 spells with this, it's still a 2 mana 2/3, and then let's say you play like a quick shot and a 1 mana card, that's still 3 damage to your opponent's face. You can also save this card and play it later in the game once you've completed the Hunter quest, and you're unloading 20 easily plus damage in 1 turn now, especially with this card. This just seems like a very, very, very good Hunter card in basically any face Hunter / aggro Hunter list. And the way that I look at like a card like this is a have to kill card, right? If this card stays on the board for longer than 1 or 2 turns, you lose, right? And when you have a card that needs to die or you basically lose kind of card, and that card costs less than basically 4 mana, that just is a sign to me that that card is an exceedingly powerful card, and you could probably weave it into decks, and it would be a very good thing to do, because the more threats you play, especially in an aggro deck, and they're left unchecked, you just win. We have the 4 mana 4/4 Naga Battlecry. If you've cast a spell while holding this in your hand, your next spell casts twice. I don't really see what this would combo with at the moment. I guess you could do something like a quick shot and stuff like that. Like, it is kind of bursty, but it's slower, right? Like a 4 mana 4/4, and it needs to be in your hand while you cast a spell, and then you're going to need a spell to cast once it's out. It's just a lot to ask for in a Hunter deck right now, but it is a very powerful card. Basically doing a twin spell on a spell for 1 turn is just generally good. We actually had this warrior card released like literally a couple seconds ago. We have a warrior Naga, 7 mana, 5/6, taunt and battle cry. If you have a weapon equipped, summon a 5/6 Naga with rush. This is very similar to the previous card. It was like a 5 mana 4/4 taunt, and I think it said if you attack, you summon a copy of this minion. That's kind of similar to this, just in the sense that like it's weapon synergy and then it summons another copy. 7 mana, you get what, 10, 12 in stats? It's not bad. We'll have to see what other big cards Warrior has and what other weapon stuff they have, but I mean, I am not super impressed by this, but it's not bad, right? Like, this isn't bad, but it isn't great. For Mage, we have some more Mech Mage cards. A 3 mana 4/3 Mech, stats very competitive. After you summon a Mech, deal 3 damage randomly split among all enemies, including face. So yeah, it definitely, Mech Mage is definitely getting pushed, especially when you have stuff that what we've seen so far with the Sweeper, the Colossal Mech, and now we have the Mecha Shark. So Mech Mage definitely back. Like, this signified that Mech Mage, I mean, these are some really powerful Mech Mage cards, and I'm not gonna lie, the artwork on this is pretty freaking sick. And this is a really good card. Like, the Mecha Shark, this is a very, very good card. Gifts of Ashara, 2 mana, draw a card. If you have played a Naga while holding this, then you do it again. So 2 mana, draw 2, and again, if you hold the Nagas, which we've seen quite a few Nagas, it seems pretty good. Granted, we're seeing a lot of mechs, so it wouldn't necessarily, unless it's like a Naga mech deck, this would really just find its way into a deck with a Naga. Not the best draw, but they've definitely toned down draw a bit. The draw is inexpensive, but you only draw 1, if not 2 cards with a condition, or it's like a 7 mana draw 3, right? So we were seeing quite a bit of the draw being turned down with this expansion and the previous adventure, which is good. We like to see that. There's some neutrals here, nothing too crazy. A 4 mana 4/4. If you've cast a spell while holding this, you deal 3 damage. I mean, it's not terrible, right? Another one, 3 mana 3/4 Naga Battlecry. If you cast a spell while holding this, draw a Naga. So there's definitely some neutral Naga support here, and that's also good because it's, you know, if you're playing any sort of deck, you can weave these neutral Nagas in there that will either find Nagas or do some damage, but not really super powerful stuff here that's going to win you the game, right? If we scroll down, we have a new Colossal minion. It's a Priest Colossal card. This is a giant eel, or a behemoth. It's a 8 mana, 8/10 Colossal, +1 lifesteal, and you get the lure. Oh my gosh, the poor Orca. 2 mana, 1/4 beast. At the end of your turn, force a random enemy minion to attack the Blackwater Behemoth. Okay. So while it doesn't have taunt or rush or anything like that, you're automatically going to get something to be able to attack this thing. It's probably going to die because this is an 8/10, and on top of that, you're going to get the lifesteal. What's interesting is Res Priest, right? So if you're playing Res Priest and you resurrect the Blackwater Behemoth, it'll automatically summon the lure. The problem, though, is if you're playing Res Priest, right, and you res and it hits the lure, it doesn't necessarily do anything, right? Like, you just summon a 1/4 Orca, and that's it. But if you hit the Behemoth, it's, like, really, really good. I like the, like, has to attack effect with the lure. I mean, that is cool. I just don't know what this has to do with Priest. Like, this doesn't feel like a Priest card. Like, you could have sold this as, like, a warrior card and have it so when this kills a minion, get, like, 10 armor. And I could have been bought on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have made sense, kind of. But, like, just a giant lifesteal eel, I don't know. And maybe it's just, like, not annoying enough as our normal priest cards that we're used to. Like, we're used to, like, really horrible, annoying priest cards, and this is just kind of like a big fair minion, right? Like, he's an 8/10, he doesn't go immune, he just has lifesteal, doesn't even have taunt, he summons a little Orca man. Sure, like, that's not that crazy, right? Taking a look at Paladin, we have the Stone, summon a 1/2, a 2/4, and a 4/8 Sea Guardian with taunt. So how many stats are you getting here? You're getting, what is that, 6/3, and then 6/8, 14/3. You're getting, like, what, a 7/13 or something like that? It's a holy card. They have taunt. Well, it says, and a Sea Guardian with taunt. So maybe the Sea Guardian is the only thing that has taunt. I mean, it seems like a pretty good holy card. You're summoning 3 minions for 1 card, and they're statted to where, like, the health is bigger, but it doesn't really matter. Because when you're playing like a holy deck, you're going to be able to buff them anyway. You just need them to live, right? So having high health is fine. So it just seems like a pretty decent holy card. Seafloor Savior, 2 mana, 2/2 mech battlecry dredge. If it's a minion, give it this minion's attack and health. Whoa. You want to buff this in the hand. Like, if this card gets buffed in your hand and then this card's like an 8/8 and then you give it to another card and that card's an 8/8. I don't know. This is interesting, right? I'm not really sure. Because this is a battle cry. So this has to be like when it hits the floor, and this card is just like a 2/2 always. Unless you buff it in the hand. I don't know. Doesn't seem that great. Seems like pretty weird, right? All right, and then we're going to finish up with some Shaman cards. Let's see if we have any interesting here. A 3 mana, 2/5 Murloc. At the end of your turn, add a 1/1 Pariah Swarmer to your hand. And a Pariah Swarmer, does it have any effect? Oh, it does. Fantastic. So it's a 1 mana. After you summon Pariah Swarmer, gain 1+ attack. And they're all... Okay, so they all are 1 mana, 1/1s, and after you summon, it gains +1 attack. I'm not... So if you keep summoning Swarmers, they just keep giving each other attack. Okay, yeah, okay, I understand now. So it's like a very rampant... Like, basically what you think about when you think of piranhas. Like, one piranha's not that scary, but when there's a swarm of piranhas, they're going to have like 5 attack, and they're going to be like 5/1s with rush, right? So this guy is just kind of like infinite value if he lives, you know? And it says at the end of your turn, which is good, not the beginning. So you automatically will get a piranha, like no matter what. So you automatically get a 2/1 with rush, like a 1 mana 2/1 with rush. It's really not too bad. It's not a bad Murloc at all, especially if it doesn't die, right? Like, they're just going to keep getting piranhas, and piranhas are good. Scaling Geyser, 1 mana. Deal 2 damage, Dredge. This card's great. This card's really good. Deal 2 damage, period. Like, go face. Like, that's really good. Like, this is a good card. Good card. Good card. And then we have the last card we're going to cover, Multi-Strike. 1 mana Demon Hunter card. Give your hero +2 attack at this turn. They may attack an additional enemy minion. So, you can attack face, and then you can attack a minion, I'm assuming. Like, you get to attack 2 things. Or you kill, like, Trog. You know what I mean? They play Trog. It summons another Trog. You attack both Trogs. Yeah, this multi-strike seems really good. This seems really good. Especially, it should be able to go face and then hit a minion, right? Or do you have to hit a minion and then you can attack another minion? Because if you only can hit 2 minions, I guess it's still pretty good, but it's not as good as if you can go face and kill a minion. That's where the good stuff is. But regardless, getting +2 attack and it being a fell spell and it costing 1 mana is a good card. So with that, I've got to wrap it up. It's birthday Papa time. I will see you guys in the next card review or next video. As always, I'm Robert Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.